have billions of dollars that have been authorized from public budgets for transit purposes in this county. The first contract for the Crenshaw area has already begun. And we know that you say at least that you are committed to the notion of fairness and justice for all. But I simply want to remind you that we are still a society that my dear friend and leader Martin Luther King Jr. called a sick society. Racism and sexism and violence and economic greed and exploitation are rampant from our 400 years of history. And for many people this is considered normal. But it is not normal because it has put my people, the black people of this society, since 1877 in depression, economic straits, almost without let-up. So I rise to insist that you need to recognize the total society in which we live and recognize also that the PLA and other agreements that you have made, that people of the neighborhood where this work is going on are going to be a major form of employment, that be fully done. It's not easy. I know that. But I heard the excuses in the history department of UCLA in 1970 say there were no black PhDs of history. I heard white bankers of Memphis, Tennessee, where I pastor, say that there were no black people who could be tellers or loan officers in the bank. I've heard this much of my life across this land, and I know it's a falsehood. Which means to me that in order for you to fulfill your pledge to uphold the Constitution of the United States, you have to do some serious, major scheming and work to make it happen. We in the black community are tired of the anguish of unemployed people and underemployed people when they are more than highly qualified to do the work and to do the jobs that are available. And we are tired of those forces and voices in our nation that pretend that various Americans are lazy and immoral and don't want to work, which is a grotesque falsehood that we need to cease. I would like to urge that this board take seriously the public mandate and the welfare of not a few of the people, but of all of the people. Jesus of Nazareth put this very well when he said, when you have done it to the least of these, you have done it to members of my family. All Americans are members of this family of the United States, 315 million people. We want our full values, equality, liberty, and justice upheld so that every boy and every girl anywhere in this country will have access to what in my religious tradition is called the tree of life. You have extraordinary power and economic power to make more of that happen in this county, and we urge you to make it so. Thank you, Pastor.